Glad to have you with us in one of America's great cities, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and the Link. Week 6 of the college football season, and our EA Sports college football coverage continues with what ought to be a great one. It's the Tulsa Golden Hurricane and the Temple Owls. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Guys, checking in with the Golden Hurricanes head coach before the game. This is a crucial moment in their season. They've got to decide what type of team they are. They're finding ways to lose close games, and they've got to get their first win in conference play. Coach says it's crucial that they get off to a good start here today. He wants focus, communication, and more dominance and physicality at the line of scrimmage. I'll keep you posted on how they look down here from the field level to start the first quarter. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Temple about to kick it off and get this game underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Tease. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Offense working from the pistol. Looking downfield, it's Hayes. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Some misdirection with the counter. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go. It'll be 4th down.
I love the 3rd down defense. I love the defense understanding passing situation, dropping back, keeping everything in front of them, and then breaking on the football. In order this and be great on 3rd down, you got to do one thing really well. You've got to come up and make that tackle, and that's exactly what he did.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. Running inside, it's Smith. Nice move there. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
One play in this drive and already out to the 41. It's 1st down. Wide receiver going in motion. Caught in the backfield. It's Chase. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. Motion from the wide receiver. Calls his own number. Fighting off the defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, it's picked off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to pass. It's Hayes. Swings it out to the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you got dialed up on 3rd.
The Golden Hurricane needing a huge chunk play to convert on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Look at this. He's going to catch it right in front of his own goal line. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. They turned it over with an interception on their first drive of the game. We're still looking for our initial points of the game. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They go right back to it. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. Temple lines up quickly. Quick release on the RPO. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Gives it on the option. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback making checks. Might as well stick with him. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
This Temple offense putting together a nice drive. To the air on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Smith. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
And frankly, that's a completion. It's not going to make the end of season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
They'll send the tight end in motion. They go to the counter. There's some room. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Owls kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
They'll ride the hot hand. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Motion from the wideout. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He's loose on the right. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Golden Hurricane. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. The screen, he's got wheels. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off. Give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Right back to the well. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Well, they're going with a run-pass option look there, trying to get that first down. They hand it off, just not able to get it. It was a nice effort by the back, but ultimately now forcing 4th and short. And if I'm on offense, I think I'm staying on the field and going for this again.
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. He's going to run it. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
Yeah, he does a really good job being decisive, getting downhill, being a great runner. And guess what? You know how easy offense is when you get me at 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. Everything in the playbook is open to me.
That's the end of the period, and Tulsa has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. With the draw, it's Jones. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Scanning the field is Hayes. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Free up the gut. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Man, that's a really nice job executing by this offense. 3rd down, defense expecting pass. They had a plan. Quarterback drops back, gets rid of the football. Nice job after the catch, and a great job setting up a 1st and goal for this offense.
Tulsa will come to the line on 1st and goal. Push forward on the sneak. Surges his way in for the score.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And he added the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14. Breaks into the open. Got enough for the 1st. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
Oh, what a great play call. Sneak in the draw. The defense clearly thinking pass, flying up the field. No, sir. A little handoff, little sneak attack. Great play call.
They'll go to the counter. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And I'd go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
They'll run it to the right side. And he could not get loose on the run.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Motion from the back. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Firing to the right, complete. Still running at the 40. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
And this offense is going to need more of those, man. You've dug yourself a little bit of a hole. Defense still giving up points on the last possession, man. You got to put it in overdrive. You need more big plays, more shots down the field. You got to continue to be aggressive.
Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw on 1st down. Using the quick game.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
Escapes the pressure to his right. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense, going right down the field in 6 plays, and now set up for 1st and goal.
He wants to throw it again. Gets rid of it. He's got it. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Owls.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback, finding the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the extra point is good. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Brings a return out across the 25. Gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Back to pass, it's Hayes. Bringing the heat. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
And we don't see this very much in college football anymore. Quarterbacks just taking care of their bodies and making smart decisions. Get down on the ground so you don't take one of these big hits from these nasty defensive players, and just give yourself a chance to make it through the rest of this game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. They go to the wide receiver screen. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's got him. He's stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down.
I love when offenses see defenses and read them. Nice job. Defenses sitting back on 3rd and long, playing soft coverage. Get the ball to your playmaker. Let him do the rest. Nice job seeing it. Nice job executing by this offense.
Motion from the wide receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up one on the play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
The safe call on the wide receiver screen. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Tulsa trying to pick up a 4th down conversion here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. The run inside. It's Smith. Nice move to keep. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. A run for the quarterback. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, they're trying to go with the QB-designed run, but nice job defensively. They were not fooled by it. They were physical up front, and guys defeating blocks, able to get that tackle for loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Shoots it to the left. Finds his man. It's Clark. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
They're dealing with a second and long. They'll send the back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Takes the easy one to the back. He goes out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football. He's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Timeout taken by the offense is their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the Owls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking downfield, and time is running short. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. This is a designed run. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. Dead center perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. And off to Jones. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. On the direct snap, it's Jones. Runs through a tackle. A host of defenders there to make the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and the clock is winding out here in the first half. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the South Carolina Gamecocks in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Ole Miss Rebels. And it's South Carolina sneaking out of here with an upset victory. Gonna have to see how the rankings shake up following this outcome.
The Owls offense comes out ready to go to work. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Chance to build a little momentum here by converting this 3rd down from deep in your own territory. He'll take it himself. They get him on the ground, but he's got enough to give Temple the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls it again on the option. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. Temple lines up quickly.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. 3rd and 3. He lofts one down the sideline. Pulls it in down the sideline. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
This Temple offense putting together a nice drive. Forced out of bounds. Good pickup there on the ground. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Lets it fly. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but, man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Gets the back moving. Gonna look downfield again. He'll take a shot. Got it! Touchdown, Temple! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Well, we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Golden Hurricane offense, ready to get this drive underway. So as soon as they step on the field here in the 3rd quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. Wants to throw. It's Hayes. Pocket breaking down. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And that's a great start to this second half. That's what you talked about in the locker room at halftime. Don't let them create momentum. Don't let them start to create a comeback. Come back on this first drive, set the tone. The defense doing that right off the bat.
So now they'll try to mitigate that disaster on second down from the 15. Looking to fire. Looking long. Leaping grab for a big gain. Ripped past midfield, finally stopped at the 42, and that's the kind of chunk play that gets drives going.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to...
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Got some room to run at the 30. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
Man, what a play. Now you're setting your offense up for great position, but you want to make big plays as a defense. Not only make big plays, return it a long way down the field. You wanted a touchdown, obviously, but you set your offense up in great scoring position.
The Temple offense heads out to start this drive. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Oh, they're after him. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Owls. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And he makes the extra point. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Tulsa will start this drive. The offense looks ready to go. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
He's taking the shot. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Got room on the return. Running inside the 20. The pick six. He takes it in. Touchdown, Owls. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
And these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back with it.
We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
To the air, it's Hayes. Unloads to the wideout. With the catch, it's Wells. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
And obviously trailing in this football game now in the second half. This is exactly what they talked about at halftime. We've got to create some explosive plays in the passing game. They're going to need a lot of this, and the defense is fully aware that they're going to throw the football. But that's a great start to this second half.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Sends it back in motion. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And how about the strong safety on that blitz? Great job timing it and also getting to the quarterback. Sometimes you're going to have to negotiate around tight ends and running backs, and that strong safety, he just beelined into the backfield.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Great catch along the sidelines, but the object is to go forward.
Well, that time on 3rd and long, they just took what the defense gave them. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up 4th.
Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. On his way back from the 20. And they're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. The give to the lone running back. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll keep it on the ground. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Trying play action. Under fire. Finds his big tight end. Turning it on. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. Chains are set, and Temple has it with another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. We've come to the end of the period, and Temple is holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Tight end now in motion. Right back to him on the ground. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
He'll try to do it himself. 1st down and more. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Owls! And And the stomping has commenced. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his fourth trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Coming out with it, it's Tease. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. It's complete on the right side. Could not make his way to the corner.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Motion from the wideout. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jones. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Hey, finally, we see a nice gain. That's his best run of the game. And this offense works best when he is going. And then you can throw the passing game and the play action, and there's more balance. So maybe that's a sight of things to come. Maybe they can get this thing going and get back in this football game.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. To the air, it's Hayes. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Wells. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Jones. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
A pickup of 8. 2nd down coming up.
Tulsa with the playbook wide open here on 2nd and short. Wants to keep it in the air. And here's the 3rd interception of the night.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Picks up the first down. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on their heels late.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Got a little grass. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
Temple looking for a touchdown from the red zone. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left. But, man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
Temple will line up with a 1st and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. Got his man on the right. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
And that's exactly why this linebacker has to stay on the field every single down, because he's so good in space. He's good against jet sweeps. He's good against bubble screens, and he can race outside and get receivers down on the ground quickly.
After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, looking for the score. He works his way ever closer, all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. But we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. They got nothing and liked it, or probably didn't like it on the last play. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll move the tight end. Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
And the extra point splits the uprights. On the run from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Back to throw, it's Hayes. Screen set up for Smith. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Finds his man. It's Wells. Oh, what a move. On the move at the 30. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Smith with the grab over the middle. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain.
Gain of 17 on the play. First down for the offense.
Tulsa comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. He's going for it all. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the ground with the counter. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.